Well, hey there, welcome back, or if you're new, welcome. I'm going to be bringing you along the adventure of regripping your clubs at home, specifically without a vise. I'm sitting in my living room. I had gone through this process, but I had some camera issues, so we're here doing it again. Hopefully this is going to be an uncut version of regripping your clubs. So real quick, going over all the things that I have. Grips, got tape, got a catch basin for my solvent. Just got cardboard down here to go through and catch some of those stray drops. I've got solvent as well. And where is it? Here we go. Little hook blade. So far with these grips though, they're so worn out. I haven't had to actually cut into them, except for towards the end. So without further ado, here we go. Bringing you on this adventure. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. These are my wife's clubs, they're little XVs. Picked them up, not too shabby, but as you can see, they're already cracking pretty much halfway up this grip. Now, if your grips aren't doing this and they're pretty new and you're just changing them out, what you're gonna wanna do is just roll the end of them over on itself, and that'll give you more area to go through, and with your little hook blade, score that, cut into it, and then that can start your process of cutting up the shaft, up the grip, all the way towards the top. With these though, I can just pretty much pull them out, pull them straight up like that. And I mean, they're tearing pretty easy, all the way up. Now if I get stuck anywhere, then I'm just gonna go through and get my, kind of like maybe right here. Yep. And get this, so you can roll it back just a little bit, and score it. And then I can actually, if I wanted to, just ride that up all the way through the edge, and the end of it, open it up, good to go. Now this tape has been pretty nice to me as well. But what I'm gonna do is handy dandy heat gun. I probably heated it up a little too much, but that's fine. Yeah, see, I can go through and just kind of roll it up like this and peel it. If I wanted to, I could go a little bit slower and get bigger chunks, but this tape has been coming up really easy, so I'm not really too worried about it. Matter of fact, this is the easiest that this tape has come off on all of the clubs that I have regripped so far. Also, fun fact, this is probably my 5th version of doing this video. First time was like a, hey, I'm completely brand new to this, I have no clue what I'm doing, I'm bringing you on with adventure. I have that footage on my computer, unedited, and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to go through and show you guys wrong things to do. So then I did it again, and that one too, learning process, and I was like, you know what? I could still do better. So repeated that a couple times, and now here I am. And hopefully this is better. So we got that tape off, microfiber towel. Just going through and clear the shaft, make sure it's good to go. Nice and pretty. All right. Give ourselves some tape. I'm gonna go through and remove one side of it without ripping it, hopefully. Ta-da! Bloop. And I'm going to measure, eyeballing. Oh, sorry, I'll take that off now. I'm gonna eyeball about ½ an inch over the edge, and that is going to serve as a little catch at the very end of this. So, I've got it on. I'm gonna run my finger along the back of that to get that seated pretty well. And now, what I'm doing with my left hand, I'm just rotating kind of like this. My right hand, I'm using the fat part of my hand, fatty part, curving it and kind of just rotating around the shaft and that tape. Once I've got that curvature, kind of that angle of it, I guess, lined up, good to go, then I will peel off other side and continue that same thing, just rolling that tape over to this point. Now I'm pinching it, index finger, thumb, pinching it together. And what I like to do from this point, grab backing from some tape I already used, and just go ahead and work the rest of that over. So I'm going to go and flatten out that side, like so, and I'm going to flatten out this side as well, like that. Cast that aside. Take this backing off. Oops, that's okay. I'm gonna go through, pinch the end, twist it, and tuck it. So now this is good to go. Last thing I will do is I will just tap, 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 index finger or thumb along where these two edges meet. I just don't want it to stick up and have it move. It doesn't really impact it a whole lot, but just personal preference. All right. Sit over the basin, give myself a grip, plug one end with my index finger, solvent, and now we're gonna go generous amounts. If you've been having trouble with getting grips onto your club, it's probably because you don't have enough solvent either in the grip or on the tape. So, still plugged. I'm gonna go through and lots of solvent. And there's no wasted solvent either because I catch it. I'm gonna plug the top, give it that shake. I'm sure you can hear that. Unplug the bottom and then slowly kind of like throttle my thumb on top so I can control how fast it's dripping. I've got lots of solvent on the tape now. Give it a couple taps, let it stop dripping. Set my grip off to the side. And now here's the fun part of just making sure, verifying with my finger, that indeed this tape is saturated. Very, very well saturated. And once it is, kind of like so, whip off the excess on my other microfiber, tilt the grip, catch the little droplets, and find an edge. Whoa, hello. Find an edge, rotate it back and forth, slide it about halfway, adjust my grip, and now continue this motion. There we go. And pull from the back. So at the point, like, I want to finish with my hand down here because I can feel when the end of the shaft meets the end of my grip. That feeling is the grip stretching. I just took my microfiber and wiped the excess solvent from the grip. So once I get to the point where the shaft end is meeting the end of my grip, I can literally feel the grip stop, but then the grip like stretch just a little bit. So you don't want to go through and overstretch your grips because then you're messing with the thickness of it. So it could be like an in-between size between like a standard and a mid-size if you ordered mid-size. So just a little thing like that. You don't need to go through and excessively go through and pull or push this grip on. Once you're here, if you really want to make sure it's suited, upside down, give it some pressure. Good to go. Now with these grips, right off of Amazon, there's no alignment on them. So at this point, finished. Oops. That is it. Finished. Alright, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Here we go. Let's do it. One more, just because. So, move this out of the way. Try to control how much random things drop in there. But it looks like this is gonna be the same thing. Like before I'm even going through and trying to peel it off. Okay, sorry about that. Camera ended up overheating. I'm inside. Got a GoPro. Overheating issues are great. Oops, I laid this down in my tape while I went to go cool off my camera. Awkward. Still going for, well, now it is going to be cut, but not intentionally. Alright, anyways. This grip is coming off pretty easy like the other ones. Tape's coming along with it too. That's good. Convenient. So kind of like, this is kind of what it's going to look like whenever you're starting down here with a club grip that is newer. It's going to roll back on itself. You can score it and then actually continue to ride that all the way up and through. So now with this one, ta-da! Alright, at this point, I'm gonna get the old tape off. Very nice. Yep. Fills right on up. That is nice. I actually recorded doing the driver first on a graphite shaft, and the tape was a pain to get off. It took, I don't know, 30 minutes. Just slowly working that tape off. Not very fun. However, everything else afterwards, still shaft, has been fun. Alright, so here we go. Clean, no tape. Just gonna lay that down, grab our new tape. Same thing, peel off half, eyeball about ½ an inch. Ta-da! Right about there. Apply some pressure. Get that initial seating. And other side off. I'm gonna roll that tape over now. Once you get to this point, just gonna tap, 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 and pinch, pinch, pinch. Alright, this tape, old backing, one side down, other side over. This one went on kind of funny. Alright. Go ahead and get this backing off. Take the end, pinch, twist, and tuck. And I'll go down this line. Make sure that it is seated well. There we go. Club over my catch basin. Get a grip. Plug the end hole, solvent. Go ahead and saturate the mess out of the inside of it. Give it a shake. And lube your shaft. Tape. You want it to be very, very lubricated. so things can slide on nice and easy. I'm gonna use my thumb, go through and make sure that there is a good layer of solvent over the entirety of this tape. Like so. It's actually up and there we go. On this side. A little dry spot on this side. That's probably what happened last time. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and wipe the excess on a microfiber. Take my grip, let it tap out. Find an edge and roll it. Not like that. There we go. Roll it on and up, up. Adjust the grip. Keep going and right there. You can feel that slight stretch. Go wipe the excess off. Excess solvent, that is. I'm gonna try at this point, if you really wanted to, turn it upside down. Give it a couple taps, pushes. And with that, no alignment, this is good to go. I'll continue on with the next 3. Doesn't really take a whole lot of time and doesn't take a whole lot of tools. You can do it sitting down in your living room. And I mean, if a noob like me can do it, then you for sure can do it as well. So I did driver. This is 3 wood, 4-5 hybrid, 6-7 irons. About to do 8-9 and pitching. And there we go. New grips on these clubs. And they're ready for a round of golf. Hopes this helps you out. Gives you some confidence. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it for sure. Go through, find yourself some grips. It doesn't have to be exactly this one. Go on Amazon, go into a golf store, wherever. Get yourself some grips, and hey, you can do it at home. See ya. God bless.